Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the first episode of Senki Zesshou Symphogear XV. That's right, the new season. You know, I think we're at like 5 now, give or take. Something like that. Anyway, this show. You can call me a big fan of it, I suppose. I've been on board with the show since day one. When the very first episode of the very first season came out, I was there, I watched it, I loved it, I liked it, I enjoyed it, I had fun with it. I think that's a pretty good way to put it. So, needless to say, I was pretty excited when when they announced they would have more seasons. We had our new season last time, which was XYZ, I want to say it was. ABC, WK4, whatever it was. That one was good. That one was good. And what did happen in that last one? Maybe I should do a bit of recapping on that. We had more alchemists. We had Adam. Adam was a jerk. He blew things up and betrayed people and he was just mean, really, is what it came down to. So, but I think we took care of all that last season, you know, we punched things, we stabbed things. The problem was solved the way it usually is in the show, so that's what really matters. However, unlike previous seasons, we didn't really get to have our enemies join us like we did with characters like Chris and Maria and Shirabe and Kirika, you know. We didn't really have that, they just all kind of died, sacrificing themselves for the noble cause, which is... well, it's sad, of course, but it's good that they were able to have some sort of redemption in that regard. So yeah, that's kind of what we ended off with last season. I think the big reveal of last season was talking about how Tachibana Hibiki, she was pure, not affected by the original sin or whatever, was able to absorb the divine power and all that, and speculated that was because of the one beam of light that hit her, but that also hit Miku. I think they kind of ended with that little information, so we may do something with that this season. Who knows? Maybe Miku will become like a proper Symphogear user. Wouldn't that be cool? Because she was one for a little bit, like in season 2, I think, when Dr. Veru, whatever you call him, he captured her, put her in a cage, and had her be a kind of a brainwashed Symphogear user for a little bit there, which I liked her. I liked the design of her in that outfit, so if we could bring that back, you know, get Miku back into being a Symphogear user, that would be pretty cool, you know? I mean, it might mess up a little bit of the come home to your waifu kind of dynamic that she has with Hibiki, but, you know, it would be cool anyway. But this intro's already been way too long. I should really probably just jump on into it. But before I do have to explain how I do things reaction format-wise. I do not show the anime footage in the reaction video itself for copyright infringement prevention reasons. I do show you subtitles down here in front of the black bar, and it's a timer over there so you can grab your own copy of the show and sync it together with my reaction video using that stuff as a reference point. So, with all that out of the way, let's just get into this and just enjoy it, basically. So, 3, 2, 1, play. I expect we'll get off, right off the action right away, because this show is pretty known for that. Starting off with episode 1's with a bang, so... well, we already have blood, so... clearly something's happened. So, who exactly are you, and what are you doing? We figured out where the blood came from, so... well, that's pretty bad. So what you're saying is you're not going to explain anything to me. Well, that confirms whose side you were on, but I kind of figured. So I guess that'll make more sense later. Oh, we're already in the... we're in the Arctic. Wow, we are in trouble. Coffin. So, we're after a relic here? Here it comes. Another big thing that happened last season was Elf9 developing Linker, so... You, I guess. South Pole, okay, that's where they are. Well, we just pierced the heavens there. I can only imagine how cold it is there. It's quite hot here, so I can't say I understand too well. That's a big noise. I assume that's a noise. It's big regardless. Is that a coffin? Is that what a coffin looks like? Yeah, I mean, how do you not know what a coffin is? And everyone's a show with vampires in them? Okay, here we get our first transformations of the new season. Wearing our coats and everything. Here we go. The transformation sequences, one of the best things about the show, and it looks like we're going all out with it. Whew. Looking very good there, Hibiki. Looking very good. Oh man, they're really showing off the entire, like, stage. Really good camera work there. Was just me, or were those fists huge for a second? That's always just so cool, isn't it? And what's our final pose? There we go. But seriously, is that a coffin? It doesn't look like a coffin to me, but... Our feelings are always stronger, especially Hibiki's. Oh. They look like ice flowers. Yeah, normal people, you might want to hide in there. Burning. We could definitely use that heat up here. Down here, whatever direction the South Pole's in. And come on, Hibiki, punch it. You know what to do. Or that works too. You do you. Mega Death Party, the best party. Oh. Yeah, how do you like that, quote-unquote, coffin? Oh, I guess he's still okay. Oh. You know, I've been thinking of some sort of, plays further than the universe joke to make here, but I got nothing. I'm just gonna watch the fight. Yeah, that's a good point. Things do rest in coffins, so... Oh no, spikes. As if this wasn't difficult enough, he had to sprout spikes. And shoot them! Okay. Ready to dodge. And then they... Wow, that just got progressively worse and worse. But still, it should be solid to be able to punch it. There we go, Hibiki. You know what you do best. Boom. That's right, Shirabe just right up on her. And this is a good job for, yeah, Chris, because she's good at the multiple targets, probably better than anyone else. The multiple small part targets is kind of good for her weapon style. Cool, Symphogear users don't look at explosions. They make them over and over again. That's the way for Hibiki. Double team attack. And are we gonna get through? We knocked him over, and we did break him. Okay, definitely worked. Let's keep the momentum going. Ow, rude. Wow. Well, falling face first wasn't exactly the most graceful landing. Oh, jiggle, okay. I think we blocked it. We got more ice flowers. Wow. That sounds very cold. I don't know. You tell me. You're the one with pushing the buttons. Oh. Universe. Wow, we really are a place further than the universe. I mean, that's really cold. Well, that was a transition. I know what my favorite type of love is. My longtime viewers will probably be able to guess which one it is. Just gotta get my water real quick. Ooh. Very nice. A+, praise, head pats. Okay, that's good. I'll take that. Oh, Hibiki. She just looks so happy. I like seeing her happy. She's had a rough life. Well, you should have said something before. Well, let her be happy for at least a minute before you smack her back down, ma'am. However... Okay. You could say singing is kind of her thing, so... Oh, wow, I went for the sensei hug. That was pretty bold, but excellently dodged. I'll let you hug me if you want to give out hugs, Hibiki. That's very pretty. Is Chris ever happy? I mean, let's be honest. I don't know when the subs are up there now, but I guess I have to switch it up like that. That's certainly one interesting handshake there. And now it's back down. I wish it wouldn't bounce around like that. Fine. Not Fine. Fine. Doesn't have the little thingy up top of the E. That's how you know the difference. It's a nice little date we got going on here. Normal. Yeah, like going to South Pole. This might be before that though. Probably is. Well, it's just her life. In a heartbeat. She would just, yeah, in a flash. There's no doubt about that in my mind. Oh, okay, now you're making it a bit more difficult. We kind of talked about that last season. About... Oh, well, something happened. Should probably go investigate that. Get in, we're going for a ride. Oh, Miku too. Well, that's good. So, what caused this explosion? Disguised as a cruise ship. Very clever. I doubt this was just an accident, so... Oh, Tiki. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Tiki was pretty important in that last plan. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that was her thing. Yeah, there we go. Antarctica. That's what it's all about. Antarctica, best continent. Of course. Yeah, I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Oh, okay. Nah, we wouldn't say that. There's no coffin or anything over there. Frozen scorpion. Sounds like a delicious dish. Well, he clearly moved over. Yeah, it's a bit odd. But if you don't need it, I'll take it. I always love a frozen scorpion. Somehow. What do they need the scorpion for? Like a pet? That's shot of Adam. Well, I could have told you that much. It's pretty. A coffin, okay. Beyond the horizon of time. I could have guessed that as well. One week. 1 week to catch up to where we are now. And then we will go to a place further than the universe. Maybe for you. Of course, he had to go out with a menacing laugh. But you're just butthurt you lost, admit it. Okay, now we're back to where we were, with a frozen Hibiki. Miku, you should go give her a hug, you know, cuddle with her, warm her up a bit. Oof. That really doesn't look very good at all. Might want to get up, guys, if you can. He's getting kind of closer. What are you doing? Who are you? Who are you two? Are you the new girls of the show, of the season? They look very important, character design-wise. Well, it's big and scary, and they're not used to fighting in the snow. Nevada. The director. They're not talking about Adam, are they? I think they are. So who are you guys? Just more Peruvian Illuminati people? Or rivals or something? I don't know. So we gotta pet it? Ugh. I see. Bad news for you, you're probably gonna fail if you're up against our Symphogear girls. Just giving you a fair warning. Okay, that's the important thing. Yeah, we don't need them catching colds, so let's do what we can. It certainly got his attention. Well, it was worth it, okay? They're important. I know it's hard to hear, but they're more important than you are. And yeah, Hibiki broke the ice, which is best at. Oh, those are Chris rockets, right? Yes, they were. Here we go. Yes. We're a team here, very important to mention. You are the real behind-the-scenes MVP, Elf9. We're counting on you. Now we're... Oh, not more spikes. Not more of this. It's like a raid boss. Very annoying raid boss, but okay. We're back into it. Just punch them out of the way and it should work fine. Just Tsubasa surfing. Ping, ping, ping. I couldn't quite read that one. So, yeah, hers is always so pretty. So refined. Yeah, you better watch out. Good job. She is now. Oh, well. Yes, punch it. That's how you do it. That's how you do everything. Defense field in her fist. You're not alone. Yes, we'll leave it to you. We won't fall even if we die. Well, my voice kind of cracked there. Oh, boom! There we go. That was an explosion. Please fall over now. Thank you. That's all I wanted from you, really. Yeah, get somewhere safe. I don't want you to die. How many spikes do you have? Oh god, no, that's a problem. It's not as bad as what we had before, but this is much more punchable, so Hibiki should have this. And boom, there we go. Let's see what wins. You or Hibiki's fist. My money's on her fist. Oh. Although that doesn't look good. It seems so. Yeah, that's... We need to get out of that water, if we can. Dato Shitemo, indeed. You can't stop the song of her heart. It always sings, regardless of whether or not she has oxygen. Man, this has been such a action-packed fight, which is what I expect from our episode 1s. We got like a whirlpool going on there. And wow, that really went up. Are you okay, Hibiki? But yeah, what she said. Yeah, let's finish it off if we can. Well, then don't miss. True. This. Gear Blast. Oh, of course there's some more of those things. They're such a pain. This will make it more difficult, but I have faith in our girls. Specifically Chris for this, because it's mostly her thing. Let's not raise death flags, okay? No, we're not. Relax. She's got this. We got this. But man, that makes it so much more difficult. G3FA Hexa Revolver. We'll get it. Boom! See? I told you. All you have to do is have faith. And we cleared the sky. Aw, that hug. And there we go. From the horizon of mankind's history. And yeah, pretty much what I would expect of an episode 1 of this show. And then, you know, we have credits rolling in the very first episode, which is a little bit weird, but it's fine. Whew. I don't know if there will be anything after the opening, probably not, but I mean, the credits. But this is the Symphogear that we know and love, and it did not disappoint, not at all. We still don't really know much about what the overall plot of the season will be. But we did get to see clearly our new villains, those three girls, two that were scouting, and one that was clearly the leader. That kind of came across as the, you know, what was her name? Saint Germain. She seemed like the one of that group. I mean, she seems a bit more cocky. Probably American, or license plate did say Nevada, so. Okay, so there's something afterwards. Man, that coffin sure is big, so what's inside? No. Something's coming out. Okay, hopefully something friendly. Custodian. Okay, so that's what that is. It's a corpse, alright. And that is what Adam mentioned before, the whole custodian, Anuka thing. Okay. Well, that was the first episode of the new season of Senki Zesshou Symphogear. XV, specifically. And, yeah, what can I really say about it? I said some stuff during the credits, of course. But we started off in the South Pole in Antarctica, which is an interesting setting, of course. It always feels so weird whenever I watch characters doing something in the snow when I'm sitting here sweating, in my room. It's a little bit immersion breaking, but that's not the show's fault at all. It certainly isn't. But it's one of those things that's a little bit annoying nonetheless. But yeah, we just wasted no time getting to the action. Well, technically, I think the first thing we saw was somebody activating something, maybe lunar runes or something. I don't know what that was exactly. But he was doing something for the sake of Fina, I think he said. So, I don't know if that was something. I don't know what that was, if that was a flash forward, a flashback, or what, but I'm sure it will be relevant. But they actually got one of the. They got Tiki, They got Tiki, which was obviously very important to their plans, the bad guys' plans of last season, because she was all about the aligning of the stars and all that. That's what she did. And she did it well. She also became like a big thingy in the previous season, but we had like half of her in our normal body. We were able to recover, so that's good. We had a little bit of the slice of life stuff. Not a lot, we got to see Hibiki at the school singing, and the teacher actually giving her some praise, which is nice because she has yelled at Hibiki a lot in this show. So it's nice to see that, of course. We had a little bit of Hibiki, Miku date stuff before the action started back up again. But at least we got a little bit. That's what matters. Hibiki was talking about the whole normalcy and all that, how it's weird. But, of course, normalcy never lasts in this show. Whenever a new season starts, you can expect her life to get crazy once again. And this season was surely no exception to that. But, yeah, most of the episode was just the action in Antarctica, battling this coffin that apparently is connected to the whole Adam, Custodian, Ananuku stuff. All that kind of comes together. And there's a corpse in there because it's a coffin. I imagine coffins being like a typical vampire coffin, but I guess technically anything that has a corpse in it, I guess would technically count as a coffin. Like, I never looked up the definition of coffin in the dictionary before, strangely enough, but I would imagine that's kind of all it takes to suit the definition, is to just be a box or something box-like, some kind of container that has a corpse in it. That's probably all you really need to do to technically be called a coffin, but it just doesn't look like my mental image of a coffin. So it was a little bit weird, but once I actually got to see the corpse inside of it, I bought it a little bit more. Of course, that it was a coffin. But it was definitely a pretty tough opponent. It really did come across like a video game raid boss, like different stages and stuff, like where it loops to it, where in this case the stage is like popping up the spikes, they shoot out, they become individual little sentient creatures, and they attack and shoot beams, and then we had that happen again. Like, it really did feel like the typical loop of a boss battle. And yeah, the action was definitely on point. Got to see all of them use their attacks and stuff. I think we only really got to see Hibiki transform. Like, I think that was the only actual transformation sequence that we got to see. But it was cool. It was definitely cool. It seemed like it showed off more of the stage, for lack of a better term for it. I use the word stage like Miku Miku dance type terminology. That's kind of why I call it stage. But yeah, it felt like we got to see a bit more of that, how they just did a bit more of the camera. At least it seemed like it. And of course, just all the other parts of it were amazing as well to watch. And that's always, like I said, one of the coolest parts of the show is just the transformation sequences. They don't usually do them all like together like that, like Power Rangers would. They usually kind of space them out, if I remember correctly. Like sometimes we'll see just a Shirabe one or a Kiriko one. We don't usually get like all 5 one after the other because that would obviously be a little bit tedious. But I think that's why they don't do it. I think that's why they only showed really Hibiki's, even though they all fought. But it was cool what we did see, of course. I'm sure we'll get to see the other ones later on the show, so not going to worry about it. But yeah, I definitely, I mentioned it in the course in the reaction video, well, in the actual reaction portion, but I was definitely reminded of a place further than the universe throughout this show, not just because they're in the Antarctica, but they wear, like, I think similar outfits to what they wore back then, and they even mentioned the universe in it, so that was kind of funny as well. I don't think there's any actual reference to the anime here, like, I don't think that's what they're going for, but it just reminded me a lot of it, definitely. So, would have been amazed if there was some kind of cameo where we actually got to see those girls nearby. That would have been just amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. But no. And I'd, of course, like the little hug we got from, I think it was Kirika and Tamaria when they finally had their victory. Which is cool. And we did get teased about our new villains and antagonists for the season. A couple girls that were watching, and the girl in the car. I'm sure we'll learn more about them. We didn't get a lot about that, really. They just kind of mentioned, I think they just mentioned Adam and that whole thing just a little bit. We don't really know much about what they're doing. They just said they were going to use it rather than destroy it in regards to the coffin. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll get more on that later, I'm sure. But this first episode was amazing. I loved it, and I look forward to watching more. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.